Hey everyone, this is Minion from Minion's Army, and today's video is coming to you from the Parrots, and we had a nice healthy war streak going on, doing a smashing job, and then we came across this clan. This clan's a Champs 1 clan, and they destroyed our bases. These videos that you're going to see, or these replays you're going to see, are mostly fresh hits. And this is, I believe, their base army. It had 4 healers, 2 E-drags, hogs, and bowlers. And then we had some modifications to that army. Went to 5 healers and did a queen walk going into it. This one had a little bit of an impromptu thing going on. I don't believe the queen walked the right way. And then we have, which looks to be a little bit more classic, HGBH attack, where you're healing the giants and the giants are tanking for the wall wrecker. But let's get into this so you can take a look and see for yourself. So I'm calling this an HGBH, but it's modified for the Th12. It's an old attack, but made new again. So here we go. In this case, he's using 2 E-drags to funnel, and he drops the coconut loon and he rages up the E-drag. And I was really surprised to see that he would use 2 loons, 2 E-drags, and 2 rage spells to set the funnel. That seems to be an enormous amount of troop space. But yet, if you take a look and see how much value he gets for his E-drags, you can see why he went ahead and used the rage. Speeds things along, increases the damage, and the reach of the E-drag. So now he has the healers down, the wall wrecker down, and the giants down. The giants went down first. The giants are tanking for the wall wrecker. So the wall wrecker right now hasn't even taken any damage. Right now it is. A little bit by the eagle, splash damage by the eagle, and by the multi-inferno. Behind that are the heroes. So he is pushing forward. The wall wrecker is in the wall wrecker is a P.E.K.K.A. and an ice golem. So that wall wrecker is still pushing through. So take a look. He's coming across the base. I tried to look at all these bases and see if there were some distinct similarities as to why they were picking on them with this particular army composition. And the best I can tell is most of the bases were kind of set up as anti-bat bases, anti-P.E.K.K.A. bow bat bases. Also, we had town halls at least behind 2 layers of walls. So when the wall wrecker comes across the base, it's just smashing through. In this case, it went through 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of walls. Now, this is the interesting part of this attack. He is using cleanup hogs to come around the outside. So he has his main giants and bowlers and healers and royals in the middle. And then he is bringing the hogs in surgically to take out some of those defenses as your troops are kind of losing their steam coming across the base. So as this progresses, you can see he did not utilize any spells for his hogs. So used primarily most of the spells in the beginning of this attack. So the healers are keeping things healed up. Here comes in one last hog to go to the archer tower and take care of that. We've got the clan castle P.E.K.K.A. had busted out of the walls and is doing cleanup along with the wizard. And he is going to get that last Tesla here in just a second. He's waiting. He's holding the last 2 wizards and the archer until that Tesla starts to target some of those other troops. So this base is a 120 base. It's a max base. So this is definitely worthwhile watching and seeing. Let's take a look at the defense on Ryo's base. So this is a little bit different. It's coming in with a queen walk, using the baby dragon at about 11 o'clock to help push that queen from the north onto the east. And as soon as that queen takes a little bit extra heat, he's going to apply the rage. I've got 2 cannons, 2 archer towers, 2 expos hitting the queen all at the same time. She's able to take care of some of them, but she's still getting quite a bit of heat. Goes ahead and uses her power. Has the E-drag, loon, and rage down at about 4 o'clock to help with that funnel. The rest of the troops are going to push in. You can see that the giants are soaking up quite a bit of damage and tanking for that wall wrecker. So the wall wrecker and the heroes and the bowlers are all kind of conjoining there in the compartment with the queen and continuing to push forward. The healers are locking on to those giants or the main bulk of the troops, adding some healing. He goes ahead and uses the Warden ability to help keep his troops alive and invincible there in the middle. He goes ahead and uses a jump to help focus his troops. The wall wrecker was going to make it through, but just in case, just to kind of speed things along. Sometimes your troops will get out ahead of the wall wrecker, so it was nice to use that jump to help get access to the rest of the base. So right now you can see he's bringing in the hogs. So he has his cleanup hogs. He had 2 that came in from the north. They hit a defense that was inside the walls. I believe it was an archer tower, then the Tesla, and then onto the cannon with some more hogs that were deployed in the west. They went ahead and joined up together. Now they're going to approach the Tesla farm. He has no spells to help protect his hogs. These hogs are strictly on cleanup duty. The warden went ahead and tripped 1 giant bomb, and now all the giant bombs are tripped. You can count them on the base. And you can see the dark spots for them. The dark spots, the giant bombs, and also the bomb towers. So as it stands right now, with the troops that are left on the board, we have 1 defense up, and then we have several cleanup troops down. Some archers, some wizards. The giants got stuck inside the walls. There's 2 giants in there. And as you can see how powerful this attack is, the ice golem never did pop and freeze. So this was a really good hit, and just shows how tough this attack is. So here, this one, I believe, went a little bit astray, we'll say. We have a giant and a baby dragon over at about 2 o'clock. And I believe that the idea was to have that baby dragon and giant encourage the queen to go to the south. You know, she's in the east. She has her healers on her. I believe he's hoping that she will proceed to the south. He went ahead and started his E-drag with his rage up over at about 7 o'clock. So it seems to be set up to have the wall wrecker and the rest of the troops push in from about 5 o'clock. But as it turned out, I believe the queen had a mind of her own, and she decided to go to the north. He went ahead and added the king at 11 o'clock to help with the funneling. You know, normally in this attack, you have the king in the middle with the rest of the troops, but as an emergency backup plan, he used the king to help funnel, and he is pressing forward. So kudos to Sissyman. I'm going to say that's how it's pronounced. If it's not pronounced that way, go ahead and leave me a comment. To keeping your head, keeping your cool, and modifying this attack on the fly. So I guess if the moral of the story is, if your E-drag or your baby dragon or your queen does not set the funnel for your troops, use the king as the emergency backup plan. And he is progressing on. And, you know, he hasn't started the hogs yet. He'll start them soon. But, you know, take a look at his army composition. If you notice, his healers are not maxed. You know, his troops are not maxed. And he is hitting a max base. So, very skilled hit here, and definitely worth the noting. He brings in those hogs surgically. They start over in the west with a few. Now he has a few in the south coming in. Working on the cannon right now, and proceeding on to hit that gear up multi-mortar. And look, now they are on cleanup. So great hitting. Just definitely wanted to include this hit. Just it's always nice to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C on an attack, and it's nice to see how other players will improvise and modify their hits. You know, to make them work and to make them triple. That's what we all wanted. We want the triples. All right, here we are on JJ's base. So this base is set up a little bit different from the others. It's a little bit weaker. Obviously, you can see he has some of the level 10 town hall walls. I forget what level the wall is. I have to go and look and click on my own base. But the town hall is seen to the outside. But he continues on. In this case, he used the king. I'm going to guess the king was supposed to join up with the rest of the troops, but he went on a walk, which is okay, though. He has the E-dragon in behind the wall wrecker, doing damage. Enemy troops are lured and poisoned. The healers are healing up the queen and the giants and the bowlers. And we are pressing on. Warden ability is used midway through the base to help keep that wall wrecker moving. The wall wrecker was taking a little extra heat, possibly because the healers hadn't completely locked on to to the Giants to allow for that tanking, but here the healers are catching up. He uses a jump to get through the base and to get to the other side. So now we have one baby dragon left, and we have some hogs, and he is proceeding on. So we've hit just about all the traps there are to hit. The tornado trap's been hit, several of the giant bombs have been set off, and we're still waiting for him to take care of, well, first that troll Tesla in the west with the baby dragon. So good move there. The baby dragon's going to help with cleanup. And here come the hogs. So the hogs are coming in on that exterior archer tower, and they're proceeding to the warden. And now they're on the expo and the wizard tower. But notice how much heat those hogs are taking. They get several hits on those defenses. They did not get any of them, or they got the wizard tower down, which is good. A couple hits left on that expo. So the warden gets the wizard tower. The baby dragon ends up activating or setting off the air skellies and a SAM. A few hits from the baby dragon takes down that downward set expo. The expo that was pointed up finished off the baby dragon, and it's the last defense standing, and there's the triple. So great hitting. All right, now this base. This base, trying to look at it and how it may have been vulnerable, I'm going to guess that because it was so tight, they felt that they were going to get good value for the E-Drag. Unfortunately, it was a fresh hit base, and the Teslas took down the E-Drag before it could get as much value as they probably originally planned. Now they have the baby dragon coming in. The goal is to set the southern part of the funnel and to take care of that mortar so that the Giants will be focused on the mortar over at about 7:30. So the baby dragon didn't quite get it, so he added the Giant into tank and the wizard, and now he brings in the rest of his troops. So we're bringing the wall wrecker in. We've got the Giants down, the heroes down, the bowlers down, and now the healers are down. So we are pushing on into the center of the base. Enemy clan castle is lured. It had 2 ice golems. It's going to slow things down just a little bit. He's going to try and get to the queen and to the eagle and just smash this base. So this base, design-wise, had 2 single set infernos, which is a little bit different from the others. And it had the wizard towers stacked. So this base is probably vulnerable to several armies with having those wizards towers so tightly together. But yet they chose to use this army, probably a confidence measure. They seem to be very good at this. And it is nice to see. So the town hall's going down, and we have the queen taking the single set inferno. The healers are still at good health, and they are continuing to heal up some troops. Looks like they're taking on, or they're focused on a P.E.K.K.A. and also the giant. So if we also look at this particular army composition, we do not have max heroes. So it is a non-max base. I mean, it's getting close, but it's at 119. But we're looking at non-max heroes smashing a Town Hall 12, so definitely worthwhile watching. Now, at this point of the attack, I was trying to decide where he was going to put his hogs. I would have expected him, when you're trying to make these decisions on the fly, I would have expected them to come in on the side of the heroes and the P.E.K.K.A. because they're offering some tanking and some coverage. He chose to come in from the west, and my guess is that he wanted to get those 2 buildings that are inside the 2 layers of walls that would be harder for his other troops to get to. I mean, I know the warden will reach over the wall and get that, but it's going to take a while, and that expo has pretty good reach. So it's just a confidence measure and knowing your army and practicing and friendly challenging and know what your troops can do. So great hitting from our Norwegian friends, and I'll send you guys a link to this video. Please accept my request. Anyways, take care. Bye-bye.